Welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved, where I'm making lots of noises because I really have to eat. Yeah, they got these new noises. I don't know if I care for them. You know, I used to like, ugh, ugh. You make these little grunty noises. Now you sound like a whiner. You just just constantly whining. But I have not gotten any more bears, if you're wondering why I'm standing over here. I just had to remind myself that, we got some levels. So let's go ahead and pump up your health. And I messed up. I was talking about Winnie and I meant Teddy because he's the little one in this group now. And then, Mom, I got a level 2. Boom. But, a few things, and then we're going to go off to our ice cave to go build. These things are not as handy as I thought they would be. He got a level again. We're just going to pump health, because why not? He only went up a little bit. And, so I found out those things don't, well, I don't know for sure, but they may not actually, here, you can have that, give you XPs. Like, they may just be purely for the dinosaurs. So that's one thing that kind of makes them a downfall. The other thing is that you may notice there's no arrows above their heads anymore. It's because they have a cooldown. Like, you have to do this, you have to pet them, and then this will last for like 30 minutes, and then it stops. So every 30 minutes, you have to come back and pet the little guy. In the radius, apparently, if you get more dinos of these types, then the radius gets bigger, but still, it's like you have to go every 30 minutes to pet them just to get that to happen. So, I don't know. But real quickly, another thing we're going to do is we're going to take Teddy out, and we're going to go off to... That's weird, that arrow is above his head now. Even though we're not there anymore. Oh, now it's gone. We're going to go check something out. So I've been doing a lot of stuff. Oh, there's another one. What level are you? For giggles. Level 5. We're just going to leave it be. I don't know if they're really worth it. I thought they'd be really handy for like early beginning stages, but if they don't give you XPs and just your dinosaurs, then I don't know if it's really worth it. Oh, look, there's another one. What level are you? See? That's what I'm talking about. Look at the whining. It's such a baby. We're going to eat a bunch so we don't have to worry about that. 39, that's not bad. But we don't really need it. So I got a bunch of metal going. I got that going. I got a bunch of rockets. I think I made 36 rockets today. And then I got a bunch of polymer. I have also got, what else today? I got a bunch of metal made. I've got a bunch of stuff on our bird, so we can go ahead and get some resources in case we need them. And then there's an egg over here. And a bunch of raptors, but I'm not too worried. There's new fish. I finally got some of these new fish to spawn in the water. They're, let's go ahead and take care of this raptor real quick. This pterodon might be on us too because I saw its egg. Come at me, pterodon. Don't make me bolo you. It's fine, just keep going in circles, that's fine. Drive-bys. In reverse. There we go. Level 36, wow. That was not too bad. Oh, you jerk. I don't want to spend all day doing this. Just let me kill you and then eat you with Teddy. And then Teddy, you're going to go and chill right here. But here we go. We got some new fish. We've got the salmon. And I don't know if they're really as aggressive as these piranhas are. As you can see, I just went in the water a little bit. And these piranhas came right at me. This one extra some. But these salmon aren't quite as aggressive, it looks like. In fact, this one's swimming away from me. But what happens if I poke one? Nothing, I just killed 2 of them. Oh, now they're aggressive. Oh my goodness, that's a big one. How did I not see you there? So once you attack one, then they become aggressive, which makes sense. Oh my goodness, we'll have to go and check out that dossier real quick. But we're getting lots of fish meat. Oh my goodness, yeah, you don't want to poke one of these unless you're prepared to take on a ton of them. So, oh, seriously. Oh, whoa, what's this? Do you guys see that? There was a thingy showing up. That was weird. Alright, let's collect a little bit more fish meat. And then we'll go ahead. I think that's something that they do. Some kind of effect. Okay, let's go ahead and check the dossier because I was really quickly. Survivor profile. And where are they? Saber-tooth salmon. Okay. Uh, Fairly unremarkable by the island's standards. So-and-so is generally a passive fish, far smaller than a human. Its main form of protection is swimming in a large school. Does not like conflict and generally swims away from anything larger than it at a very high speed. Okay, that works. Once provoked, however, becomes very aggressive along with its nearby brethren. It locks onto the aggressor with its long saber teeth and begins draining the creature's blood. Oh man. The loss of blood is not too dangerous alone, but when a school of them attack at once, they would be aggressor quickly loses speed and stamina from the blood loss, drowning if it cannot breathe underwater. Wow. Like many of the smaller fish on or around the island, cannot be tamed. In particular, certain cuts of this meat are considered superb quality, often referred to prime fish used for specific high-end concoctions. Alright, did we get any? Nope, I just pooped. All we got is regular meat. Okay. We'll have to go after those another time with a big dinosaur. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Alright, cool. So, they're not as bad as... well, kinda. Yes and no. They're probably worse in a big school like that than the Megapiranhas, but they're not as aggressive. So as long as you don't poke them, you're fine. I mean, if you throw some bread to them, they'll probably like it, but other than that, don't poke them. Got it. Oh man, I could see if... well, I bet those are just river fish. And there's not too many big rivers you'd have to worry about, especially if you don't poke them. Pretty much fine. Beep, beep. That's close enough. So let's get on with things. We got Destiny just completely loaded with stuff. I've got meat, I've got snow stuff, I've got things to get put into storage once we get there. I got a fridge we're going to be needing. I got materials, I got advanced materials. I got lots of grenades, because someone asked, and this is a really good point, hand grenades. They do, I think it's 750 or 1,500 damage. I can't remember which exactly. To any dinosaur without any saddle on them. So those are going to be really handy as long as you got the height. And you can get them in a spot to where the grenades aren't going to bounce too far. Then a hand grenade is really a cheap way. I mean, look how many hand grenades I made. Compared to rockets. I got 36 rockets. Only because I ran out of polymer that I didn't want to waste on for emergency. I got emergency polymer for like our guns and stuff. Really? I already picked up one T-Rex egg today. I think it was Wilma's. Holy cow. I'm going to go take care of this egg, and then we'll be right back in the snow cave, hopefully. Alright, coast looks pretty clear. Giganto's way down the coast there. T-Rex is still stuck in the rocks over here. I don't think he's ever going to get out of there. A bunch of mammoths, so that's a good sign. I found a level 51 dire wolf. It almost ate me. I found it, I saw it kill a mammoth, and it launched it. Whoa, come on, mammoth. And it launched it, and so it couldn't get to it because it was like in the water and across from some rocks. And so I was going to get the hide or the pelts, and I did. And it was level 51. I was like, no, we're not going to kill that thing. So what I decided to do with this cave is simply ignore the giant gaping hole right here. Mainly because it'd be super hard to try to get it completely lined up so that I could cover the whole thing. I mean, there's ways you can do it. I found out that you could do pillars, and then you could branch off those pillars and use walls to like form boxes. So I could have done it, but it took so many resources just using thatch. So I was like, no. And it still was going to leave holes. So I was like, let's do this. Let's pretend it's not there and assume that nothing's going to climb up that rocky part to come down this part. And then in case we assumed wrong, let's build it so that things can't get in here. So simply I just went and I built our base inside as if it was outside. Meaning there's walls, there's a door, and there's a ledge so they can't get up to us. As you can see, there's lots and lots of thatch still, and that's why I ran out of resources. I had all these extras. So this is kind of a layout of what we're going to do. Basically, we got this area is the fortification, little walk area. We could put maybe some storage or mortar and pestles over here. Mainly keep it open for this guy, lady I should say, because we're going to be filling this up with stuff and I won't have much room to be landing her. And so right here, I got just enough room that she's safe from anything getting um, in the base, and then also just far enough from the door that nothing can chew through the door and get her, I think. As you can see, she fits pretty well right here. And there's not much space here, so it's fine. I got storage containers. I'm probably going to have to change these around or make sure I have room. It keeps loading in and out because of the caves. There's one problem with this place. But let's go ahead and chew down. So I got... Where did I put that stuff? I think I got it in there. Let's go ahead and throw a bunch of these things on you because I'm so heavy with all this fur armor. I'm going to have to try and maybe do a tonic to get rid of that so I get more weight. Pretty sure I brought a bunch of stuff. There it is. So we got the bunk bed, we got some walls. Let's go ahead and start with the ceilings and some walls. And as you can see, I got it pretty well fit in here. I still got this guy. I decided to leave him alone. Most of this is foundations and then just ceilings. I've only had a couple spots where I've got pillars. And a neat thing I'm going to do over here is kind of make this as a workstation. Mainly because it's such a big flat area, and I can do this. Where are they? They gotta be in here. Cool little tip. If you're cold, bring lots and lots of torches. Why? They're cheaper to make. They produce the same heat as a campfire. And they burn longer. You know, if you throw wood in a campfire, it goes through it really quickly. See, I can stick a bunch of torches right under this platform and give me lots of heat without having to cover up this whole foundation area with torches and campfires. I mean, I could use an AC unit, but I'm cheap. So we're going to go with torches if we need be. And that's why I got this room here. This is going to be a completely sealed off room so that I can have a place that got insulation bonus. So we're going to go ahead and throw a window here. I decided to make stone because in case something actually gets in here, I didn't want to have to worry about that. Why did I make so many windows? Did I do that on purpose because they're cheaper than walls? No. I think I made some so that I could put them in the cave. For a little outpost in there. So now I'm going to need to throw those in there. I guess a few of these. Let's go ahead and start replacing some bits. But yeah, I was pretty amazed how much I could fit in this one little area. I'm glad I did with the thatch though. So I made sure. So this is going to be lots and lots of these. Look at these. All these are foundations. I was so amazed I could get so many of them to fit in here. And I like these little walkways too. Yeah, I better replace that. That looks funny. The only downside is some of these ceilings, they don't line up with everything. Why do I got an extra one? That is a ceiling. I may have made an extra one in case I messed up. Okay, let's go ahead and switch the ceilings. But yeah, I think it'll be pretty good. I don't need much in here. Yeah, see, it looks a little out of place, but I can live with that. This isn't a permanent residence. This is just temporary housing. And make sure I don't do any duplicates. Again, I think I made extras, but just in case. Boom! See, I like that we can replace stuff with thatch. Replace the thatch with stuff. It makes it so much simpler to plan things out. So this is going to be mainly a storage area, but I could do, I'm thinking a forge and maybe a smithy up here because they're kind of small. And then I'm going to put some other stuff over here that requires electricity. We have, what do we need? We might have to do a fabricator, which is one thing I forgot to make. I'm going to have to make another one to bring over here. And then I need to replace some of these. Like so. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and use the walls since I got those. Let's just throw this in here if I got the room. I don't have that much room, but I got enough room. Go ahead and throw all that in there. And then we can start laying out things. Walls. And then I got a door. I'm pretty sure I just made a lot of extra stuff. Okay. Apparently you can't open doors. Oop! Oop! Come on. Snap. Okay. Let's go ahead. Oh, the only problem with this part is the cave is so close that it wants to keep look. See how everything changed, the lighting and whatnot. What do you mean you can't? There's a snap point. Don't lie to me, game. Okay, I specifically had to find a spot in this wall that I could go too high, so I could do a bunk bed in here. I got a little too close right here. I could go one high, but that's kind of small. Too high, just barely touched that, so I couldn't do a ceiling. So now we got a completely, look at this. Boom, house. We're golden. Okay. Throw some beds in there. I think I made the extra door for something else. Like I said, I got plans to make little outposts inside. I'm going to throw that in there. I don't know why. And that's a mammoth. So go ahead, throw out one of these. And then I have some extra beds. We'll see how many we can fit in there. Let's go ahead and take this out. What else we need? We got these for in case I need to block myself off in the cave. And then we got those. And I got lighting. I got more lighting. I think I'll leave that one for now. We gotta figure out where we're gonna put the generator. Let's go ahead and take that out too. And then I got lots and lots of power cables for that. Okay. Let's set up a bed so in case anything happens. Priorities, right? Alright, oh look at this. This looks really nice in here. Cozy. So there you go. We got our super duper expensive beds. Fast travel drop items. No, I don't want to do that. And then we're gonna set up probably right over here as close as possible so we can maximize. We'll set up because we can stack them. Actually, I should maybe go ahead and rename one of these beds so I know. Old bed. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Cave bed 1. Okay, and then we go ahead and just to maximize space, we're going to go ahead and stack another one right kind of on top of it. And then hopefully we can rename that one. Cave bed 2. And then we'll go ahead and make sure we name this rename cave bunk bed. I think that's how you spell bunk bed. There's no C. There we go. And then that gives us 4 beds. You know what? Just in case, we're going to throw in another one right there. If I can get to it. Games load. Please load. There we go. Rename bed. Cave bed 3. There we go. So we got 5 beds just in case. I can throw fires in here if I really need to. I'll probably throw in a dresser so we can put extra armor. I've still got a lot of things to do. So let's go ahead and get the generator set up. And let's go ahead and set it probably right about here. Looks pretty good. This looks smaller than the last one I made. Did they change this? Mine doesn't look that small. I'm pretty sure mine's a little bigger than that. The old one I made. They may have changed that. That's fine. And then we'll go ahead and what else we need? We need the fridge. And then that's on the bird. I got a fireplace. Oh, that's where I was going to put the fireplace. It's in that place. Fireplace is fine. It does, compared to the AC unit, it does the most heat. It's the only downside is it burns through wood, just like any other campfire. So then we got, I got omnidirectional torches. Let's go ahead and grab some cables. So we can switch those and grab that one more. Okay, so this is going to be kind of the little work area. So let's go ahead and set up the forge. I heard that. And then we'll set up the smithy. Oh, I should have maybe moved that over just a teensy bit. I think I can get another one over there if I need to, another forge. Most of this is just going to be for like emergency kind of cases. And then we'll go ahead, and I didn't bring gas, did I? I think I did. I brought so much stuff multiple times, I don't remember everything I brought. I think it's in this one. I got 1 gas can? What was I thinking? 1 gas can's not going to last that long. We'll throw it in there so it's ready. Oh, I have to bring more gas. Alright, so we throw that into there. And then we'll throw this into here. So like I said, we can throw in lots of other things. Oh, this is going to look nice and cozy. Oh, obstructed. Oh no, it's hitting the ceilings, I bet. The ceilings in the caves are causing troubles now. Yeah, see, I can put it down here, but I can't. Oh, wait. That don't make any sense. Is it touching the walls then? Oh, there we go. I'm touching the walls, though. So we want it, like, right... Oh, look at this. Perfect. Perfect. We'll go ahead and get some wood to throw in there for emergency cases. We gotta think about this. Not only do we have to worry about dinosaurs killing us outside, but the cold can kill us super quick inside, especially if we just respawned and all of our gear is on our body. So we have to make sure everything's set up so that we can hurry up and just flip stuff on and stay warm long enough to remember where we put everything. Okay, so we got the generator set up here. I think we got plenty of room over here to put the fridge right here. And I think we'll stick it, might as well just stick it right here. Or do we want to stick it here and put a, oh, I think we'll do that. We'll put it over here, like so that we can put an omnidirectional light right here. But let's go ahead and get this set up first. We want to put on a vertical. And then we'll put on one of these so in case we have to expand it, we can go in any direction, and then I'll double check to make sure that works. Okay, so we need to put in a vertical right there. And then we want to put one of these right here so that we can go off into here if we need to. We can go here, we can go out here without having to replace everything. And then for now, all we need to do is put one of these. Can we put that on there? We can. Look at that. Because I can make those pretty cheaply, and I have more. And then we're going to set up a light. In fact, we might be able to set up the light. Well, I think down here would be fine. That should light up all this area, to be honest. It should, at least. I did. It's going to look funky because there's cables right here, but we can walk through that, so that's fine. I can live with that. And there we go. Let's go ahead and turn it on for giggles. I can get more light, and I have to put some food in there. Oh, perfect. If anything, we could put another one way over here if we really wanted to. Oh, yes, I did. Let's go ahead and throw on. So what, can I put these like any junk? Oh, I can. I didn't know I could do that. I thought I had to put it on the end of one. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw another one that way. I don't use cables that much, so I can't stick them anywhere. I have to stick them on the end with these. So I can't turn any of these into a junction box, but since I can put these anywhere along that line, that's fine. And let's go ahead and throw that right there. And then since power doesn't matter, let's go ahead and throw this right here so I can light up the door and the rest of this side. Boom. Oh, that looks sweet. Especially at night, it's going to help. I don't have to use a torch all the time now. And then I don't care back there because I'm not going to go back there unless I go in the cave. Oh, we got this, guys. We got this. What else did I bring? I got guns, bullets, stuff for a fabricator that I didn't make because I forgot, and then all my gear. So I think that's about it. There's not much else I can build right now. I'll have to make a checklist. Oh, I know. I could maybe put some stuff here so that doesn't look funky. Did I put those on you? Like, I think it's fine, to be honest. I can walk up this part. But maybe just for looks, we'll go ahead and see if I got an extra ceiling or two. I think I did. Oh yeah, I got 4. And then maybe we'll take a little peek inside. I'm wondering... Oh, we can't. That's right. Because that's obstructed. And I didn't want to mess with that. That's why I built that kind of out there. In case anyone wondered how I got in and out without having to jump. Probably not. I'm curious if they're going to put dire bears in the ice cave. I hope they don't. I think dire wolves are going to be hard enough at level whatever they were. But if they throw dire bears in there, I am going to have to flip out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some stuff unloaded. So I got, primarily we're going to go in there with an assault rifle and a rocket launcher. So I got bullets for those. I'm going to have 2 crossbows. Throw this in there too so I can unload you. And then I got a backup rocket launcher because our rocket launchers are so amazing. I got a Mastercraft that we found, and then I got an apprentice, and I got blueprints for another apprentice if we need to. Just going to throw this in there. I can reorganize later. So I'm going to have a backup rocket launcher, so we don't need to worry too much about durability and having 2 rocket launchers for that reason. I got lots of hand grenades. In fact, let's go ahead and throw some of these on there. And then, you know what? No, it's not. I don't have all the fur armor. I have to get more stuff so I can make the rest of it. But I'm sure I don't know if they threw dire bears in the cave. Other than that, we're ready. So I got a couple more storage containers and extra food. Let's throw that on here before I forget. Let's throw some of this. Oh, this cave is gonna give me headaches. And the stuttering stopped. Alright, so we got the fridge. I got extra meats. I'm gonna have to bring more food. Lots and lots of chili, herbal stuff. But yeah, I got a big list to figure out what we're gonna need. But we're close. In fact, if I get the fabricator, I think that's all we need. I got tons and tons of resources in case I forgot anything. Stuff to repair things we're gonna need. I got metal stuff. So the plan is that we're gonna try to go inside the cave and find places to like set up a little post so that in case something happens and we have to fall back, I don't have to fall back all the way up here, because the instant I come back to this spot, it's going to respawn everything in the cave. So I don't want to do that. So if we have to, we can hold out in the cave for a little bit. So I got stone stuff. I've got metal stuff. The idea is for the ground stuff, we're going to throw on like a metal pillar someplace and then build off of it so they can't attack the metal pillar and do any damage to it. And then all we have to do is put stone on top of that so that we can, you know, sit inside, because there's onyxes and stuff in here. In fact, we have a few minutes. Let's just take a peek to see if there's anything new spawning right at the entrance. That's as far as we're going to go. We're going to take extra grenades, and we're going to go right just in there. I don't have a sword. I wish I had a higher grade sword, but I don't. I have just the basic one. And I actually won't need those, so it's not even bother bringing that. Throw that down there. Let's go ahead and throw that there. These because of habit. And let's just take a little peek. Just a peek. Since we're here and it's been so long. Oh, another thing. So they've updated the game since last time. And now there's actually a new map. But I'm not going to play it for a while. So we're going to finish this series. And then I have plans for the next series. But in the next series after that, for sure, I have plans for playing on the center. Don't worry. So that's already set up too. We got extra beds here for emergency purposes. So let's just go down here and see if, for instance, there's a bear or not down here. Actually looks pretty quiet around here. So this is kind of like, this would be kind of an okay spot to put right there where all the crystal is. I've seen people do that. They block it completely off. The trouble is, it's still too close to the entrance. I'd like to have it a little bit further in, so it's a little more useful. Oh my god! Oh, that scared the heck out of me. Oh, where did you guys come from? No, 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 no. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that scared the bejesus out of me. Literally, the bejesus got scared out of me there. Alright, let's go back to this one. Actually, no, we can spawn in. Oh my goodness. And that's why I didn't want to go in that cave. But I think I can get that pretty easily. They literally just came out of nowhere. If I have to, I can get a gun. Of course, now there's a dire wolf down there. Yep, I'm going to have to go get a gun. Maybe a rocket launcher. We'll see, but I'm going to call it there, guys. Because I lost like 2 lives I lost 2 lives right there. I'm gonna get stuff ready, but for sure is next time. I feel like we're ready. I have so much extra stuff that we're golden. I'll just have to make a checklist. I'll do it off camera, but I'm liking this setup. I have to say, I'm really glad I got this a little bit easier than it would have been with the pillars and all that, covering that giant hole. We'll just pretend it's not there. And we'll be golden. And I will see you guys. Wait a second. Do I have ramps for this? I don't think. No. I didn't make stone ramps. That's fine. The wood looks nice with the stone. It's okay. I will see you guys next time.